Mediums that refuse to be wrong. If you don't know me, my name is Lucy. I am a spiritual psychic medium here on TikTok and moving over to other platforms as well. I'm blunt with a heart, and I'm too honest. People don't like that. One, the word ethical isn't, just what everybody perceives it to be. Ethical means, you have a heart, you have common sense. And usually a truly gifted, straight from God, natural medium uses their psychic abilities on a daily basis. That includes during a mediumship reading. Even though you have to have that incentive and you have to trust yourself and trust spirit. The truth is, none of us know everything and we can be wrong. No matter what, if a medium tells you that they are right and that you don't know what you're talking about, or if you get more than 3 no's in your reading, odds are this person isn't connecting to you or your loved one. What people don't want to admit is being wrong. And the fact that we can is just a fact, especially when you're reading in the comments or on a public platform in any way. That's why I take my time when I do read in the comments. If I get 3 no's, then obviously whoever's taking the postcards, it's really for them. It happens. What I have learned for myself is not every medium sees or hears, which does make it a little more difficult without development. So I do agree with that. Make sure you check out the post that I posted about mediums that actually give development courses, that are actually developed, trained, and got some experience. Being honest in any way in life causes a lot of problems for people for some reason. I just don't think like other people. If you're a starseed, if you're an earth angel, if you are any of these further, higher dimensional beings that are just discovering who you are, then you understand what I'm saying. And if I am wrong, I love to know. Postcards are a real thing. You just got to know, what it's about. And as a reader, I love to know those postcards. So if someone is actually connecting to me, but believe that, this is for someone else, and in the middle of the reading, the reader discovers that this is not for them on a public platform, just know, as a sitter, this does happen. And there are a lot of readers that won't admit this, but they don't want to look bad. So they won't stop. They won't admit it. And it's just the truth. They will discover that, oh no, this isn't the sitter for this person in spirit, but I don't want to look bad. Me? Hey, I'm wrong. This might be for you. Because at some point, your loved one on the other side is going to tell me, especially if the message is a very, very important thing. Like today, someone was connecting to me but refused to admit that they were wrong. So I listened to and took my postcards, though they weren't postcards. So for me, if that situation happens, I want to know. For readers, if a reader is connecting to another reader's loved one, there is a sense, I will admit, there's a little intimidation. I don't have that anymore, but a lot of spiritual workers still do, because they're new. They're new, and if they're just developing and they're not a natural medium and they don't, there's a whole lot more that goes into it. Energy gets confusing when there's lots of it in one place, and that's just the way it is. There's no explaining that. That's just fact. So if a reader gets more than 3 no's, it's time to reset, ground, recenter yourself, and ask spirit to give you something hardcore, more specific. So if you were just developing, take these tips. I used to have such a hard time being a natural medium and understanding there's a lot of people that really worked hard, and it doesn't discount anybody that is a reader, okay? It's just harder for those like me to understand, and that's just a fact. Like me, for example, if I'm wrong, I would like to know, and I'm willing to admit that I'm wrong. So as a reader, if I am, well, let's change it. If you're a reader, you didn't want to be open on the platform about being wrong, message that person. I want to know. I want to know if this person didn't take the names and very, very specific details. Like today, I had a very, very, very big doctor's appointment, test and things. That's another story for another day. It was very important for me to get this message. Only reason I stayed. I refuse today to take those postcards. So as a psychic medium, so this isn't just for sitters to become aware. This is for developing mediums. You have people's mental health in their hands. And if I wasn't who I am on a spiritual level, that would cause me a lot of harm. Because sometimes the message is so important that you can't get it wrong. So be honest. Be blunt. This might not be for you. It might not build. And if I get more than 3, especially 4, now with me, there is a prophetic side. Things do honestly come back around. Therefore, I'm informed, sometimes 2 months later, of exactly what happened. But if that is not where your abilities lie, be willing to be wrong and admit it. We're not God. Whatever your vocabulary is, source, creator, however you put him, I'm going to say God. We are not God. We don't know everything. No matter who we are, no matter how gifted we are, no matter where our abilities lie. And it takes time. And even as a natural medium, it takes development. Being on a public platform in itself is something you have to learn how to navigate it, how to navigate the energy. There is so much more. You might be the best medium in the world, but you get on a public platform involved with the drama of social media, the energetic vampires. Come on, we all know how that works. There is so much more to being a spiritual worker. It's about healing and closure and many other things. So, as a sitter, if a reading is causing you anxiety, pain, extra confusion, and everything is no, 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 use your discernment. Discernment for yourself. Get out of that energy. Your mental health is more important. Hope this helps. God bless you.